Welcome, you guys. Thank you for joining for this 3-power pick a card titled, What Are You Being Blessed With for Being Authentic Despite Malicious Character Assassination? Now, understand that the whole way to harm someone is by, basically narrating their life story, saying this is who they are. And as children, we get used to having closed-minded adults tell us this is who you are based off of their personal failures in life. And as children, when we try to fight against this, we can experience abuse from adults who are abusive to themselves, who feel that their life is passing them by. So out of fear, we just go along with the abuse and we take on the identities that these individuals have given us, because we know we're less likely to experience abuse if these people feel comfortable in an environment that they have controlled with abuse. Abusers set up environments according to their liking by, being able to target you at a very young age. Okay? It's much more difficult for abusers to harm you upper in age unless you're more unless there's certain aspects of your life that you haven't healed, and if you don't have boundaries. And a lot of abuse contributes to lack of boundaries and low self-esteem, which can attract predators to you. So a lot of people who have contributed to abuse, they're getting a lot of karma back. Okay? Now, but before all these abusers actually start abusing you, they start maliciously assassinating your character. Anything that they like about you that they can't take from you, they try to make you think something's wrong with you. A lot of us have experienced gaslighting at an early age, and it became such a normal aspect of communication. We just went along with it. And gaslighting hurts like hell, okay? But when you finally get to an understanding, I can't stop you from communicating in that negative manner, but I will, become aware of my triggers and work on healing these things. So this is where healing shows authenticity. Now you may think, I'm just being authentic. That's a power in itself. But have you ever considered and wondered, what are you being blessed with for being authentic despite malicious character assassination? Being authentic with malicious character assassination by abusive personality disordered individuals is occurring actually puts a spotlight on the characters of the individuals who are willing to assassinate your character. Without further ado, we're going to cleanse the energy, and I'll see you at your pile of piles of choice. Welcome, pile 1. The energy I'm feeling is very laid back, easygoing, calm, cool, and collective. But underneath this layer, there's a sense of responsibility. I feel, pile 1, you're extremely accountable and responsible, and maybe you've overcome this. If you haven't overcome this yet, you will. You'll be overcoming the irritation of irresponsible people trying to interject themselves into your timeline. You'll just simply, look at it as a blessing and a lesson and keep it pushing and be emotionally detached from it. So if individuals would, try to loop you in toxic cycles of emotional manipulation, you would just simply be like, okay, well, that's how you feel, and you can deal with that by yourself. So you are emotionally strong and powerful, pile 1. All right? We have the Temperance card, the 3 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. So you're being blessed with peace. Why? Because you understand with this 4 of Pentacles to remain balanced. It doesn't matter how much you have or don't have, what you get or what you won't get or what you will be getting. You understand to maintain balance. It doesn't matter if, You all of a sudden the public is like, oh my gosh, you're my hero. You overcame something that we never thought we could overcome. Okay, I'm still going to stay grounded because I understand the reality that when I was going through the tough times to get this victory, you didn't have faith in me. I feel like Power One, you still have faith in others making their dreams come true, and those who don't support you because you're not making their dreams come true, they're going to be the ones trying to do some groupie oopie shit like, oh my gosh, if you can do it, I can do it. And this is where you'll be like, well, go ahead and fucking do it. And instead of having to deal with unnecessary communication from very lazy, ugly-hearted individuals who are trying to act as if there's something that they're not, you just going to be like, hold on. I see what you're doing. I understand the motivation behind it. This is the solution that you need, and you're looking at me to do it for you. You do this shit by yourself. I feel like you're being blessed with boundaries that are indestructible, that will scare the hell out of anybody who has wrong intentions towards you. I feel like every time a person with wrong intentions come to you, when they know they shouldn't be coming to you, they keep being redirected to mind these boundaries because they understand if they piss you off, this temperance can turn into a temperance in reverse. And the temperance in reverse is where it's kind of like a tower card, okay? You've been blessed with the protection for individuals to know. Keep your personal shit to yourself. If you try to bring any extra shit my way, you gonna really regret that shit. So your spirit team is working overtime with the protection. So your enemies know, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And that's the end of your reading, Power One. Welcome, Power Two. We're blessed with the Seven of Wands, the Magician, and the Hermit. So I'm picking up here. You having your enemies be removed. You ain't gonna have to do a thing, lift a finger. Let's just say them return to senders is whooping your enemies' asses. Now, malicious character assassination is misuse of the word. And if you are familiar with the book, The Four Agreements, you'll understand that your enemies are starting to understand. If they assassinated your character, what's going to happen to them as the truth of how they assassinate characters? Whenever they are emotionally triggered and they try to be irresponsible and unaccountable and bring and blame the emotion of anger or sadness or fear on a very toxic habit. Well. It don't matter how much evil eye they wear. The fact that they not learning their lesson, your enemies are in like this loop cycle of spiritual hell. They keep getting reminded the same fucking lesson over and over. You know when you're breaking out of a karmic cycle, but you keep repeating it, and the more aware of the karmic cycle you become, the more painful it feels because you're becoming aware of how you're contributing to it. But when you get to an aspect of yourself where you're like, okay, so this is the part I played in it. I'm not taking on the blame of this other person. I'm going to hold them accountable. When you start to realize unaccountable people are not holding themselves accountable for the conflict, chaos, and confusion they're contributing to with malicious assassination of, your character, you start to realize you just got to say, look, God, I can see I'm gonna constantly be fighting this individual because they're really intention on not knowing what's going on. Well, because you chose to be authentic despite all this, your enemies are gonna be fighting themselves. They're going to be denied positive help, and all of the wickedness they stirred up, they're going to be in a prison spiritual hell. This sounds like a karma reading, because they kept fucking with you, and you won't even bothering them. And the reality is they wanted to constantly keep this thing going. This was the excitement of their day, where it used to be fucking with you. And now they understand that you can't just assassinate somebody's character and think ain't nobody gonna pick up how you doing it and what you doing it for. There's consequences to this thing. And we gonna end it there. Welcome, Pile 3. So, what are you being blessed with for being authentic despite malicious character assassination? We have the Magician. You could, if you want to, you can go to Pile 2. The Magician card was in that one. We have the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So, you're being blessed with a peace of mind that during the clearing up of all of the atrocities and obstacles that others have thrown your way and tried to convince you that this is happening because you deserve it, or, well, we can't help you, but they created the obstacle. And I'm seeing people that was snickering in the background. They had, they were excited. Look, I bet you Power 3 gonna get fucked up this time. Well, you're being blessed with protection from the spiritual warfare they bring your way. You're being blessed with the wisdom to understand that spiritual warfare is not meant to scare you. It's meant to have you become aware. What are my motivations, and why am I continuing in this cycle? You're being able to know their every move. So your enemies have no privacy. And it's not just you knowing their every move. Your enemies have no privacy. They are surrounded by nothing but enemies. You know that and I'm calling this statement foolish, and it's just my personal opinion, but if you feel differently, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Why the hell would you have your enemies closer if we got murder, if we got rape, if we got crooked politicians out here in this world? Why the hell am I going to have an enemy close to me? Hell to the no. Get the fuck away with that shit. So your enemies are being attacked by the same people they attacked you with. You being blessed with obstacles being removed out of your path. And with the Magician here, there was a lot of energetic interference, negative external energetic interference, hoping to harm you and not get caught. Well, these people that hope to get away with harming you with a misuse of energy intentions as well, their lives are going to be made an example of wisdom to follow, so that you don't end up just like them. Let's just say obstacles are being removed out your path, Pal 3. Have a good day.